Hi, Vibers. I don't know how to do that. No, wait, okay. Hi, Vibers. I am Mindy and I'm living intentionally, right? Hi, Vibers. Hi to the third eye. Down, Vibers. Gun. Anyway. That's a very fitting opening for what this video is. This video is an explanation as to what I just went to, what I just went through, after being wrongly accused of weird stuff. Okay, so, I'm gonna be talking about mental illness. I am gonna mention suicide. Okay. Sunday after church, I was taking my cat for a walk, and I was like a block from my home. And the cops showed up while I was sitting on the ground next to my power wheelchair, resting under a tree with my cat. They asked me to move further away from the entrance of the building. And, like, I feel like I should explain that, like, in no way, shape, or form am I, like, begging on the street, panhandling, or, like, blocking an entrance, blocking the sidewalk, blocking a door. Like, yes, people do have to walk by me in order to continue walking down the street and turn the corner. And like, yes, I am sort of on a corner, like by a bike rack, but anyway. And the cops show up, and the cops showing up freaks me out. Like, the cops show up, and like, there you go, I'm triggered, okay? And like, they are they have been informed that I was observed to have been shouting like a psychotic person that I was going to kill children. And here's what happened. Like, some punk-ass kids came out of the pizza parlor talking about, hey, have you heard the latest news? There's a riot on the playground, the cops, and like, and like, they were talking like, oh man, it'd be so easy to get the cops to riot on the playground and kill kids. And like, moments before, a guy had gone into the parlor wearing a Nirvana shirt. I asked him what his favorite Nirvana song was, because I'm just always looking for a song. Nirvana is like my wheelhouse. Like, if you can mention a Nirvana song, I can probably sing a Nirvana song, get a song in my heart. That's nice for me. Because I don't have radio, I don't have like any internet service while I'm out and about, on my phone. I'm an unplugged person. So that happened, and so I had thought of Nirvana, and I had thought of Nirvana songs, even though he did not remember any Nirvana songs. He's like, I don't even know any Nirvana songs. It's like, okay, like, you're wearing the shirt, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't even like to wear shirt. Like, I don't even like to wear Nirvana shirts, and like, I know a lot about Nirvana. So, that, yeah. And so in response, like, these kids walking by, like, maybe thought I was like some like retarded, derelict person who didn't have any awareness of their surroundings, or like, they thought they could manipulate me, or I don't know. But from Nirvana, serve the servants, oh no. Serve the servants, oh no. I sang, kill the children, oh no. Like, letting those teenagers, those kids, I don't know how old they were. They seem much younger than me, so everybody seems like teenagers to me. Maybe they're not. But they, letting them know that I heard them talking about that, and like that's a better idea than they think. Like it would be so easy to just call the police, fabricate something going on, and start shit at a location, right? Well, here's what happened to me. The police were called. They said that I was talking about killing children. This I didn't even realize, this next thing I didn't even realize until much later, after I've been locked up for a while, is that someone also claimed that I was trying to get my cat to piss on passers-by, claiming that I was exorcising demons from people. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm not going to be wielding my elderly child or using him for any such nonsense. I was not doing anything even remotely interesting, and my cat was wearing a diaper. So, I mean, I'm wearing a diaper too, but you can't see that I'm wearing a diaper. You can see that my cat is wearing a diaper. Like, this claim is ridiculous to the nth degree. Both of these claims are ridiculous to the nth degree, though. Someone just called the cops and started something with me. Now, what happened was, while the cops were talking to me, I said, hang on, this is a whole lot. I need a little break. And I like, okay. Cops immediately go, you just had an absence seizure. Now we're committing you involuntarily against your will. We're taking you in. So what the cops wanted to do was commit me involuntarily because of a psychotic disorder. And because of psychotic behavior on the street, right? Obviously. But they didn't do that. They took this loophole so that I would be tricked, and I would go much more willingly than if someone had said, we're taking you in for a psychotic disorder. Me believing I'm getting into an ambulance going to the hospital in order to have a possible seizure disorder addressed, oh, that would be cool. Yes, because I think that I do have that. That's not what they witnessed, but like, I think it would be good to get some eyes on things that I experience, right? Okay? So, on the way to the hospital, the ambulance driver, for some reason, thinks I'm homeless. Here's how not homeless I am. I can point to my building, point it out to the police. There is my building. I live on that floor. That is my home. Here's how not homeless I am. I give the police my keys, and the police take my power wheelchair and my cat back to my apartment. Yet this ambulance driver believes I'm homeless. And I arrive at the emergency room. There's no mention of seizure disorder. I'm absolutely 100% treated as if I was having a psychotic break. And I was not having a psychotic break. So I was forced medications. I was put in a room, and I was kept in a room. All my belongings are taken from me. I don't have my cell phone. I don't have my clothes. I don't have this thing around my neck. This. Because choking hazard? Are you kidding me? This is a McDonald's toy. Like, the to the degree that this cannot be a choking hazard is ridiculous, because it's a McDonald's toy. McDonald's toys are like the most rigorous not choking hazard things because they come in a meal. Like, those toys, so solid. It's not a choking hazard. Well, nothing's really a choking hazard. They're just stripping me of everything, right? I don't even have glasses. I didn't even get to take my glasses with me when I got into the ambulance. So at the emergency room, in the emergency department, I am kept in the dark about what's going on with me, for the most part, for 5 days. 5 days I am medicated. I am locked in a room. Well, I'm locked in like a little ward, which is actually worse than being locked in a room, because if I had my own hospital room, I would have my own hospital toilet, right? But no, I'm sharing a hospital toilet with 3 other people, none of whom are equipped to use a toilet, all of whom are clearly experiencing deeply, deeply disturbing mental things themselves, of which I am not. So, really, really freaky, really freaky. They won't let me go upstairs. Like I'm freaking the fuck out. I mean, I am freaking the fuck out. Like there's a whole room full of people, like, in front of me, packed into this room. And I tell them, I'm like, okay, I'm about to become like a feral cat, like, in the corner. I am backing into the corner now. I am about to get really, really scary looking, because I am 100% helpless. And but I'm like, I am about to get like a feral cat right now. You know, like that. It's okay, baby. It's not happening now. That was recreation. And, so that disqualified me for just going upstairs to the 6th floor psych ward, where I've spent many, many a holiday and many a day, I've spent months up there. I have spent months up there, and it's very nice, and I would very much like to go up there. But that's not happening. They're waiting for the Keeper of Beds. That's right. It's called the Keeper of Beds in Osawatomie State Hospital, the first asylum of the state of Kansas. The Keeper of the Beds to clear me because I'm going to Osawatomie. That's terrifying in and of itself. Just the fact that, like, I'm maintained after getting that knowledge, which is like, that's almost like hopeless. Like, that's almost reaching a level of hopelessness where, like, you might as well, like, balls to the wall, like, freak the fuck out, like, get your kicks, get your jollies, get shot up, and, like, just, like, sleep for days and wait it out, right? I didn't do that at all. What I did was just wait calmly, and I went calmly. Calm as a Hindu cow, I suppose you could say. And, oh, look at you kicking. He is so comfy. So I get to Osawatomie State Hospital, and the admitting doctor is like, well, they've been giving you Halidol. We're just going to give you Abilify because that's what we feel like giving you. Abilify was like tripping on acid, like the woo, like everything with a pattern is like breathing. I could hardly even stand up. I did sleep. Halidol, I was having like terrible nightmares when I was in the ER waiting to go to Osawatomie. And I think that is from Halidol. Abilify, not hideous nightmares, at least. But then they put me back on Halidol and they added Depakote. And they say, oh, Depakote is good for seizures and migraines, and you have those. And, like, here's the thing, bros. Like, I don't eat tomatoes. I don't eat nightshades. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat bananas. I don't drink a drop of alcohol. I don't consume dairy. Doing those things, it's migraine prevention. It's better migraine prevention than any pill you can take. Ask anybody who's living that and knows that, other than me. People will probably tell you, because, like, these are truths. You don't need to take medication for migraines. You just need to eat right. I will say that Osawatomie State Asylum has excellent food. They grow their own food. Here's the thing about this institution. It's more like a military base than it is an asylum. It's all one story, spread flat, like across like a huge, like, you know what a military base is like, right? Yeah, it's like a military base. So there I am in a room. I did have a room by myself until my very last day there. I was 100% compliant. I was like, I just have to get through this. I just have to get through this and get out of this. And I know, and I like knew that the calmer, the more normal, the more compliant I was, the faster I would get out of there. And I did not belong there. And the people there were like maddening. Like, someone is like farting constantly, or just like shitting themselves and pissing themselves and walking around in it. Like, people there are speaking angrily constantly, and then others are just like muttering under their breath all the time. Like, they don't have any idea what they're saying. Like, sometimes they're just repeating dogs and cats. There's dogs and cats everywhere. Just dogs and cats. Like it's not a place that you want to be. Now I will say the ER, the squalor in the ER. I mean, the entire floor was covered in piss. The time that it took between me reporting any janitorial issue and it getting dealt with was preposterous for a pandemic. I personally got my gown wet after I stepped in the urine, and like the gown has urine on it. I got that gown wet in the sink because I did have my own private sink in the hospital room. And I had a TV there too, which was very nice. I watched SpongeBob. The channel was stuck. It couldn't go up at all. It could only go down. And if I put it down, I would lose Nickelodeon, so I just left it on Nickelodeon. There's also like this great puppet show, this like medieval puppet show with like a bard and like a witch and wizard, and it's like super cool. Like, in no way do these Nickelodeon programs make up for what I went through, but it does soften the blow quite a bit. Like, I mean, like, look at that, like, really closely. Like my TV stuck on Nickelodeon. That might have been maddening to someone else, but that's heaven smiling upon Mindy, right? So yeah. And then so anyway, I got my hospital gown wet and just decided to like mop the floor. That floor was filthy. That hospital was filthy. I never once saw anybody come by, spray anything down. The staff wore masks, and the staff wore gloves, and the staff could take off masks and gloves. We didn't even have masks, and we certainly didn't have gloves. Now, in Osawatomie State Hospital, different story. Staff routinely was taking spray and spraying the place down. wiping the place down. We did have masks in Osawatomie. We were allowed to have masks. Masks were provided to us, in fact. I got my glasses on about the 4th day I was there, which did a whole lot, I think, for like someone to have the perception that I wasn't like a derelict, you know, because like me without my glasses on, like I can't see well enough. Like this is a scary environment. Someone did like kind of like come at me, like attack me, like verbally threatening. When they approached me physically, security was right there, so I did feel like safe in Osawatomie, even though like I am like, kind of surrounded by crazy people who could try to do something to me. Security is going to be on them pretty quick. I also had like the guardian angel presence of my gym, talking about my gym. I love my gym. Jim is very seasoned in Osawatomie State Hospital because he's been there himself, and because he has helped out many people from there, just, you know, making friends and saving lives. That's what he's doing. Those of you who've been following me for a long time, in 2013, it was Jim who got me out of the hospital. All that Osawatomie State Asylum needed was for someone to come pick me up and someone to say, not necessarily to do, mind you, someone to say that they would keep an eye on me, that I would come home with them, that I would be safe. Now, in reality, that person could say that and drop me off on the side of the street. I could not get anyone I knew, anyone whose number I had, to pick me up and drop me off on the side of the street. So what Jim did was spring me from the joint. And is it totally like crazy to go stay at the house of a man who is old enough to be your father alone? His empty house. Like, his empty house. Yes, it is. Is life completely crazy, and are these like the most dire circumstances when you find yourself in Osawatomie State Hospital? Yes, they are. Was I wrong in placing that trust in him? No, I was not. And we're talking 2013, folks. It's now 2021. That man still stands beside me. And not in crisis only. He is very much a part of my life, and I could not imagine not having him, not having met him. Like, oh my goodness, my gym. So, let's see, also on the 4th day I got a book. For some reason there was just a bunch of books sitting out in the morning. I was up really early for me. Well, I was up early enough that it wasn't like the tables were cleared for breakfast. And like I said, the food is really good. They're also very accommodating of my particular diet, like gluten-free, vegan, no peanuts, but walnuts, pine nuts, sunflower seeds, almonds. That's okay. No tomato, no dairy, no eggs, no bananas. Like they accommodated my diet. I ate heartily, healthily, happily while I was there. And in fact, I will miss the food. But that's the only thing I'll miss ever in my life. So once the state hospital verified that I did have a home, because you can't just tell them your address, they have to speak to people in your life and get verification from other points that that is your address. They will not release you to be a homeless person on the street, is the thing, which is a very good thing. However, it is not a good thing to be stuck in this hospital. And I said before asylum, because I don't want you to think like hospital. This is not like any hospital setting that you're used to. Like, we all share one bathroom. It is men and women mixed together. You are scheduled to have classes. Oh, that's some wet nethers, is what that is. That is some wet nethers. Do we need to have those wet nethers directly on my flesh still? They're still just resting there. Yeah, you're drying your nethers on me. Okay, let's try to find something here. Wet nethers. Sorry. Can't spell distraction without cat. I'm so fond of saying that. So anyway, the case against me, I was not arrested. I was not read my rights. The case against me is civil, as I understand it, because if it was criminal, I would have been read my rights. I do not know exactly what that means, or what restitution, or what assurances, or what a hearing like that is going to entail, but that's in the future. For right now, I'm out. I'm out. I survived. And it did not get nearly as dicey, nearly as scary. I was not mistreated nearly so badly this time as I was when I actually had a psychotic break, which is interesting in and of itself, right? My hair, my goodness, you see what my hair looks like? Boy, people don't like my hair, and I did not like explaining it, so I'm trying now. Whenever somebody's like, why is your hair like that? Like, I just be like, because I love it. Like, why is your hair like your hair? Like, why does anybody look the way they look? Like, if you're expecting some tragic story, then because I love it erases that, you know? So, and I do. I love it. It is it's super short. Like, I cut it as short as I possibly can so that it's the longest time that it can possibly be before I have to mess with it again. That's the point of it. Did I ever intend for it to see the light of day this short? No, not at all. This, you wear a hat for a week or two, and I have to wear hats anyway. It's so sunny. I would have to wear hats anyway. Just having short hair, your scalp is exposed to sunburn. It is. So, yeah. I'm out of the hospital. They put me on Depakote and Halidol, and it's making my legs shake, like the jimmies. It's making my legs shake, legs shake, and I think they call that the jimmies or the willies, or ants in your pants, or you're fidgety, or restless leg syndrome. And so my mom has advised me not to take the Depakote Hope I didn't say Darvocet before. That's wishful thinking. Darvocet, it's gone. I think the Halidol is what's making me like drool, like literally like I'm a drooling idiot, like. And there's something I'm noticing like as I'm watching this is that my mouth is turning downward, like I don't know. My mouth is turning downward, and like my mouth doesn't usually turn downward like that, I don't think. But I don't know. I don't like usually like watch and study myself while I'm making like any video. I just try to hold it up, keep myself in the frame, maybe change it up a little so it's more interesting to watch. Also, if you're like trying to find something like later on, like you can like kind of tell like, oh, what angle was it at? It's because I shifted around. Shifted around. My mom came over today. We did Mother's Day. My mom isn't drinking at all. So, prayer works. Christ consciousness. I'm still on that track. With Christ consciousness. Yes, I did say after church. Yes, I do go to church. And my life has been very faith, spirituality based, and now it's just Christ consciousness based. And I can just like speak of grace and humility and all kinds of things. Like, we should all seek to be more Christ-like, and that's what Christianity really is everyone seeking to be like Christ. But this saliva situation is really bothering me. Oh, yeah, Jim, but I can't take half of one because you can't cut it in half because it's extended release. Yeah, my mom advised me not to take any of the Depakote. My mom advised me not to take any of the Depakote tonight because that leg thing. And already, like, I'm just like an hour and a half missed that dose. Already, like, my toes are relaxed. So, yeah, I think it's that. I do have a vacuum, Mom. This is so... Yes. I have a Dyson, Mom. Yeah. Yeah, my mom isn't drinking anymore. Like, it's because it threatened her health, it threatened her life. And now, like, this is the healing. Guy at Oak Park Mall, this is what we prayed for. So thank you so much, Guy at Oak Park Mall. And thank you for my Bible. I still have it. I still read it. The Bible is fascinating. It's an interesting read. It's an interesting study, especially from my perspective. What I know about the Bible is really mostly through Jordan Maxwell. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you dig my vibe, subscribe, love, I don't know, love and light. Bye-bye.